Hi, my name is Tony Iero, and this is my roommate, Kenny Og, and tonight we will be showing you and telling you how to shoot a basketball. Throughout my years in high school basketball and in my career, I've had the opportunity to play alongside many great shooters, including Corey Jones, a former high school teammate of LeBron James. However, the NBA has also seen many other great shooters, including Karl Malone, who is an all-time leading scorer in the NBA, according to Statista.com. All great shooters can agree on one thing, and that is that mindset is extremely important and instrumental to being a great shooter. According to basketballforcoaches.com, the great coach Bob Knight stated that mental is to physical as 4 is to 1. Once you have your mental side straightened out, you're ready for the setup. The setup is extremely important because it works as the foundation and working point for you to move towards your physical mechanics that become repeatable and functional. As I mentioned, having repeatable mechanics that are functional and easy to do are the third step of being a great shooter. The 3 sources that I will be using tonight and that I did a little bit of research with is Statista.com, basketballforcoaches.com, and masslive.com. So the 3 steps that we will be using tonight is mindset, setup, and shooting the basketball, the fun part, right? And if you're a shooter and you have these 3 things down, you'll be ready to go and on track to being successful in the game of basketball. Now let's take a look at the first step, which is your mindset. So your first step of your mindset is having confidence that the next shot you take is going to go in regardless of how you've been shooting throughout the rest of the game. The second part of the mindset is having a clear visual of the rim and seeing where your target is. This is extremely important because it helps you get your hand-eye coordination going. And lastly, you have to determine if it is a good shot for your team or not. Selfish basketball players are not fun to play with. Once you have your mindset down, you're ready to move into your setup, which, as I said, is the foundation and is extremely important to being a successful shooter. The setup of the shot is oftentimes overlooked because it is not the actual fun part of shooting and scoring, but it works as the foundation and helps you move easily and smoothly into your mechanics of your follow-through. The important part of the setup is your feet set and squared towards the rim. You also need to keep your head still and your eyes locked on the rim so that you don't take your eyes off and mess up your hand-eye coordination. Lastly, you need to have good momentum towards the rim. Whether you're catching and shooting, dribbling and shooting, and moving towards the rim, you need to stop and be able to jump up and straight up only. You shouldn't be fading away or anything else. You have to have good momentum towards the rim. Setup is crucial and acts as the foundation and starting point to your physical aspect of shooting the ball. And now that we're all squared away with our setup, let's take a look at the fun part, the actual shooting and scoring of the basketball. The first part of shooting is having good balance. We're not in the NBA yet, and you need to have good balance and make sure you're not fading away, which will only make your shot harder to make. You need to have tight elbows, and once you're square up to the rim with your elbows tight and the ball loaded, you begin to work through your follow-through. As you shoot and follow through, you need to keep your eyes locked on the rim, and don't take your eyes off your target to look and see where the ball is and how your shot looks. This will only hurt your shot, and odds are it'll mess with your hand-eye coordination and alter the path of the ball. Go ahead, Kenny, show them how it looks. All these things are very important in shooting a basketball, like mindset, setup, and the physical mechanics, but in my opinion, the most important part is practice. You can't be a great shooter in the game of basketball unless you practice, practice, practice. I hope that after taking a look at these 3 things, you guys are all ready to wrap things up. Of all things we've talked about, it's easy to see that many things go into shooting a basketball and being good at it. You have to have a confident mindset and believe that the next shot is going to go in. You have to have a good setup with your feet squared towards the rim. You have to have easy, repeatable, and functional mechanics with a good follow-through. If you have the good mental approach, the good setup, and the physical mechanics are sound, and you have a good follow-through, you're on the right track to being successful in the game of basketball. But you can't forget practice, practice, practice. Doc Rivers once said, according to masslive.com, that when he referred to Ray Allen, who, by the way, has made the second most three-point field goals in NBA history, they said that Ray Allen was always on the court practicing. He was always out there. So all in all, if you've got the good mental approach, the setup, and the physical mechanics, you're ready to go. I believe that there is nothing more fun and more dynamic in the game of basketball than shooting and scoring. It's the fun part, right? So thank you and good luck. And as I mentioned before, the 3 sources I used tonight are masslive.com, satisa.com, and basketballforcoaches.com.